Good evening and welcome to the City Council meeting of the City of Lenoir for Tuesday, February the 4th, 2020. It's our second meeting actually of this new year, and we're glad to have you here as we move into the first part of February. Weather turned on us a little bit, got a little cooler, so it feels like winter time. It's finally got there, a little snow falling last week. So let's don't get too much more. We don't want to work Jerry to death out there. So we'll see what we have to do with that. But again, welcome. As we always do, we'll start with a moment of silence, and then we'll please remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance. Please join us for a moment of silence. Thank you. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As we get started tonight, we will start with a very special recognition. Thank you. Tonight we come to honor a fine gentleman who has been a part of our community. Well, let's see, he's about 65. For 65 years, Mr. Larry Smith. Larry, come up and join me, please. It is a pleasure to talk to you, welcome you. Please join us, too.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll let you introduce your wife.
Yes, sir. Yes.
In a minute, we'll do that, if that's okay. But we're glad that. Thank you for all that you have meant to this great community. You know, Larry and I went to Lenoir High together, played football on a championship team that we're still very proud of.
Amen.
Love to brag about that whenever chance we get. So I've had an opportunity to know Larry, like I say, a lot of those 60-some years. So thank you for all you've meant to our community, for being part of the City of Lenoir, which you work for, part of, you served on our planning board, and certainly all the years that you've been a chaplain with our police department. At first, I'd like to present this resolution to you in recognition of your dedicated service. Whereas on the 6th day of July in the year of 1998, Larry Smith was appointed as a telecommunications officer for the Lenoir Police Department by Chief Jack Warlick. That on June 12, 2002, he left Lenoir's employment as a telecommunications officer to embark on a career in the private sector. That on April 4th, 2004, he applied with the Lenoir Police Department for a position as a volunteer chaplain and was accepted for this role for the benefit of the citizens of Lenoir as well as the employees of the department. That on June 10, 2010, he was rehired as a telecommunications officer on a part-time basis, for which he worked a couple of months before resigning that assignment and continuing his role as a volunteer chaplain. Had some role changes in life. And that society and law enforcement as a whole has gone through many changes over the last 20 years, and he has stayed abreast of those changing trends to remain an effective and vital member of the Lenoir Police Department. He has made significant contributions throughout his career. That, as of the date of this resolution, he has admirably and with great distinction served the Lenoir citizens and police employees during the tenures of 4 police chiefs, and has formed close relations with the Lenoir citizens and police employees through his genuine concern and professional dedication to duty. Since 2004, he has worked closely with the Lenoir Police Chaplain Team and contributed to the success of the department's chaplaincy program that was implemented in 1993. That Chaplain Smith has served as pastor and associate pastor for a number of local churches in the community, served with a number of spiritual affiliations and on local boards to include Communities in Schools, the USMBC Leadership, NCD Leadership, and the City of Lenoir Planning Board. He is also a member of the Caldwell Clergy Crisis Support Team and the North Carolina Sheriff's Chaplain Association. That Chaplain Smith has humbly served the City of Lenoir and Caldwell County for over 2 decades and will be moving out of the area sometime after February of 2020. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the authority of the mayor and the city manager and on behalf of the city council that Larry Smith has been an exemplary police chaplain and City of Lenoir employee and is himself the epitome of the professional clergyman and telecommunications officer. His contributions to the safety and well-being of the citizens of Lenoir and officers of the Lenoir Police Department will be held in high esteem and remembrance by his governing body, as well as persons impacted by his accomplishments. This, the 4th day of February, 2020. Larry, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations for what you've meant to this community and what you will continue to mean to wherever you are, Greensboro, I think,
Yes, sir.
and still a part of this state. But thank you very much for
Thank you,
for
sir.
being a part of that. Stay right here. And I'd like to present to you to take this with you.
Yay.
The highest honor that I can give you, key to your city, City of Lenoir, that you grew up in, you served well, you've loved, you've been a part of, and we're honored to, I will honor to present this to you. The key to the City of Lenoir. Doesn't open much of anything. But it serves to show that you have been a great citizen of our community, and we're very proud of all that you have stood for and meant. I think he's going to get a picture. Let's get one together.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief Phelps?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Podium is yours.
When years ago, I got to know Larry as one of our dispatchers. I was a young officer at the department at that time. There's a couple others that are in the back of the room that have some gray hair that were young officers when Larry was serving in the dispatcher role, and then he transitioned into the chaplain role. One of the things that I think is interesting to mention, Larry was our first for the city, our first African-American chaplain for the police department, and that's a great honor. The other thing that our chaplains do is they work for free. We compensate them in no way. We do buy their uniforms, but other than that, every bit of the time that they spend serving the officers and the citizens of this community is on them. And when you think about service beyond measure, that is a great example of that from our chaplains to our citizens. And so I could say a whole lot. I would probably get emotional if I spoke too much from my heart because I care about Larry, because I know that Larry cares about us. And that's what makes the relationship special. The plaque says, presented to Chaplain Larry Smith. Thank you for the many years of continued service and support of the Lenoir Police Department and the citizens of our area. And then a life first for Larry, Hebrews 11. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. And for he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. Larry, I love you, and I thank you for all the service to our department and to the citizens for all these years. Thank you.
Sir. Appreciate it, Chief.
The other thing is, our police officers don't like coming to a lot of public things, and I didn't have to force anybody to be here. They wanted to be here on their own, and that says a lot for Larry.
Thank you, sir.
Podium's yours.
I'd rather not say anything because it's a bittersweet moment for me. I can't, please forgive me, but I cannot say it. I'm just grateful, first of all, to the Lord for this opportunity and for this wonderful community, and especially for these guys and the ladies that serve at the Lenoir Police Department. They have been a blessing to me, and from what I understand, it's reciprocal. I don't know exactly what I did or what I may have said, to be helpful or a blessing to them, but anything that I have done, it's been in my heart to do. And I've just seemingly have had a love for law enforcement, and I was offered to be an officer, but I refused that position. But I'm grateful and thankful for the time that I have served for the city of Lenoir. And I am sure enough grateful for my wife that the Lord has blessed me with, and thank her for attending with me in this. Keep me in your prayers, and I'll sure enough do the same for you all. God bless you.
God bless you.
Let's get a picture.
And I didn't see all the officers over here in the corner. God bless you. Love y'all guys and the ladies.
Chief, you want to get all the officers to shoot a picture too?
Please.
Yes, please do.
Don't be shooting anything. We're gonna miss you.
Jacqueline Hunt, come get this picture with us.
Yes, sir.
You got to. Yes, sir, we'd like to. We don't have to stand beside you and I can't, we don't like it. If you don't, you'll knock the light will come off.
Like when Merlin and I used to sit there.
Can you get everybody?
I think I got everybody. Cheese. Ooh.
Now bring the officers up.
30 years, we'll recognize you.
I've been here all my life and I've never got a key to the city. I don't know what's.
They'll make you pay.
A man has to die to get one. Everybody's on my list. Everybody's got you on my list.
Oh, that's good. That's a good thing.
I need, on the left, take a, just, no, other way. There you go, perfect. All right, let's get one more. Got it.
Good. Larry, thank you very much. Thank you, and congratulations to you again. We appreciate
there. Thank
your
you.
service. Thank you. Okay, we'll move on with our agenda this evening. Thank you, guys, for that. That was very nice honor, and we're really proud of Larry for being a part of our police department for over 22 years, I think, a total on that. We do not have matters scheduled for public hearings this evening, so we'll move on to our consent agenda items, which consist of minutes of the city council meeting of Tuesday, January 7th, 2020, minutes of the committee of the whole meeting of Tuesday, January 28th, 2020, the resolution of our hazard mitigation plan. This is a resolution adopting the Caldwell County multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan update. There's a note as information, a link to view the 1,300-page plan is listed on staff's council action form, if you'd like to read that.
Let's go page by page.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Back in front.
Would you read that, please, Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, we'll do that. And item D is the capital project budget ordinances. Number one is approval of a capital project budget ordinance in the amount of $30,000 to allocate funding for the purchase of one used automated garbage truck, and two, approval of a capital project budget ordinance in the amount of $323,316.96 to allocate funding for the reimbursement of the Caldwell UNC Healthcare for the Rural Hope Grant. Note, the City Council approved the purchase of the garbage truck at the January 28th Committee of the Whole meeting and authorized the Caldwell UNC Healthcare project at the August 7th, 2018 City Council meeting. Those are the consent agenda items, and I open them to any discussion and/or motion from the council.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented A through D.
Okay, we have a motion from Mayor Pro Tem Thomas to approve the consent agenda items A through D as presented. No other discussion. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you very much. Next on our agenda is a time of any requests or petitions of any citizens. If there's anyone here that would like to speak with the council tonight, please do so. We would ask you to come to the podium and give your name and address, and please limit your time to, because we do have a lengthy agenda tonight. So I'll open it up to anyone who would like to speak to the council. Okay. Seeing no one, we'll move on then to, we do not have any reports of boards and commissions this evening. So we'll move on to the report and recommendations of the city manager, Mr. Hildebrand.
Mr. Mayor and Council, a couple items for your information this evening. The first off is the movie Harriet will be shown on Saturday, February 8th at 4 o'clock at the Martin Luther King Center. This is an observance of the Black History Month. I would note admission's free for that, and light refreshments will be served. But children aged 13 and under must be accompanied by their parents. The City County Service Committee will meet on Monday, February 10th at 11:45 at the Community College. The Caldwell County EDC will meet on Tuesday, February 11th at 8 a.m., and that'll be held at the Civic Center. The Caldwell County Chamber of Commerce will host its centennial dinner. It's an annual dinner, but it's a centennial. On Tuesday, February 11th at 6 p.m., that's at the Broy Hill Civic Center. The ABC Board will meet on Thursday, February 13th at 2 o'clock, and that'll be at store number 1 located on ABC Court. The Lenoir Business Advisory Board will meet on Thursday, February 13th at 6 p.m. City Hall, 3rd floor. And the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board will meet on Monday, February 17th at 6 p.m. at the Optimus Clubhouse. Also, please note, Council, that the Strategic Planning Retreat will be held on Friday, February 21st, beginning at 8:30 a.m. And that'll be held at the Blue Ridge Energy's district office located at 100 Cooperative Way. And with that, I don't have any items for decision tonight.
Okay. To add to that, of course, this is Black History Month. There'll be a lot of events going on at the King Center throughout the month, not only just the movie. I think there's several. It's on the website. Please do that, and there are flyers available on that for you to keep up if you can attend any of those. The Quiz Bowl is always a fun night. If you want to put that on there, it's always fun to be there and watch them as the teams battle during the Quiz Bowl. So that's one of the fun nights to go to. Also, the Chamber of Commerce, it is the 100th year of the Chamber. This is the annual L.A. Dysart Awards, and they will be presented that night at the Chamber of Commerce dinner, February the 11th, 6 o'clock at the J. Broyle Center. And of course, we all would be invited by the Chamber to be a part of that if you possibly can attend on that evening. So just a couple of things there to do. Okay, we'll move on then to reports and recommendations of our city attorney, Mr. Ward.
Just some things for closed session to update you on, and a couple, several legal issues, but nothing in particular to address right now.
Okay, thank you. Do have some announcements just for some board reappointments to let you know about for our, that will be coming up. These will be, reappointments will be considered at our council meeting of February the 18th. That will be in 2 weeks. The Lenoir Tourism Development Authority Board have spoken with all these people that are here, that are listed here. Angela Johnson, who serves on the board, has asked that she would like to continue serving. She represents, of course, from the Comfort Inn of Lenoir. Very vital part of that Tourism Development Authority is to have those who provide the occupancy tax for that. So we are glad to have her. Rose Noakes will not be coming back on. Rose, of course, has her home and bed and breakfast for sale, and will be moving here from here when all that takes place. So we'll be looking for a replacement on the board for her on the Tourism Development Authority. The Planning Board, Mr. Mac Martin. Mac has been on the board for a good while, so it was a great job, and he will be, also was asked to continue serving on that board. The Lenoir Business Advisory Board, Therese Onquist, also, and she is the vice chair of that board, and she would like to continue her service on that and has done a great job with that. And on the Parks and Recreation Board, Advisory Board, Mr. Eric Rabinowitz, and he has also indicated he would like to continue his service on that board. So we will present those to you, and then be working on some other board appointments that we need to look into. Obviously, Larry Smith was a member of our planning board, and Larry will be leaving, so we'll have an opening on our planning board that we'll be considering in the future. And we ask always, if you're interested in serving one of our boards, please contact myself, one of the council members, our city clerk, Shirley Cannon. We'll get you the application forms that you need to fill out to serve on our boards, and we would love to have anyone be involved in that has a real interest and would like to be a part of helping us make Lenoir the best possible place it can be. So we appreciate your working with that. Now, that's all I have. Anything from any of our council members they'd like to talk about or bring up? Ben, anything from the league that you know about?
No, we're getting ready to have a finance meeting next week, and so, and then going at the end of the month for executive board meeting at the end of February. So I'll bring an update when we have it.
And the same from our Council of Governments. We are attending those and keeping up with the meetings. We had our policy board meeting last week, and things are, moving along. Got a lot of things in this area that are happening and going on. So we'll keep you up and to a board on all the things that are happening on all the committees that and boards that we all are part of in the community on that. Okay, if nothing else from board members, we do have a closed session. This will be in pursuant to North Carolina General Statutes 143-318, subsection 11, subsection A, subsection 3, and we'll enter into this closed session on tonight to discuss attorney-client privilege.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion, we go into closed session.
Have a motion from Councilmember Stevens to go into closed session. No discussion. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you. We're in closed session. And we expect no action to come out of the closed session. So thank you. Thank you for being with us tonight.